Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Eldar, and I am a Seattle real estate agent. Most people in Seattle think you need $4 to $5 million to get into luxury properties in Seattle with this beautiful view. But today, I would like to challenge that idea. Honestly, this is one of the best buys that buyers can make in this market. This property is currently listed at $2.7 million, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, a little over 3,500 square feet, located on 9,000 square feet lot. Let me show you around and I'll tell you why this is a smart buy. And I'll tell you about one thing that could make you tons of money in the long term. Let's take a tour. The idea with this video is very simple. I want you to experience buying a property in Seattle area with these videos. Whether you're investing, buying, or you're a first-time home buyer, you are in the right place. Let's take a tour of this beautiful property and I'll tell you more. Come on over. Before we even step inside this beautiful property, I would like to tell you a little bit about Mercer Island. Mercer Island is located in between Seattle and Bellevue. You are literally 10 to 15 minutes away from Seattle and very, very close to Bellevue and big tech hubs like Amazon, Microsoft, and etc. If you didn't know, Mercer Island is for people who made in their life. And now let's take a look at the house. This is something that I always tell my buyers. Experienced buyers know that the lot and its positioning is very important. With this property, you've got privacy, you've got mature landscaping, and you're slightly elevated. The elevation, this is where the real value is. A lot of people only look at, unfortunately, square footage, but experienced buyers that I work with, they look at the lot and its elevation. This is where the house starts feeling real. Look at this beautiful large windows. Let me tell you something that a lot of people don't know. When you feel that this is the right property for you, it's not because of always the finishes. Sometimes it's because of the natural light. I mean, this property has so much natural light coming in, and I don't just mean bright. It's the actual feeling when the house feels like it's the one for you. Look at this beautiful large window. You could be having coffee in the morning with this beautiful view to Seattle. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can even see the Space Needle. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely love this property. Let's continue the tour and I'll show you more. As soon as we walk in, you are going to meet the first bedroom. It's kind of like an office-ish. It's very bright and you've got natural fireplace over here that actually works. But this could be used like an office. I think the previous client that lived here used this one as an office. And in the back, you've got shelves. If you are a collector, you can place all of your collectibles over here or books or whatever you think is great. And this is the first closet. It's not as big as the other closets that I'm going to show you guys upstairs, but this is pretty decent size. I can easily fit, you can probably fit all of your work-related stuff in this closet, like suits and etc. Now, as we move forward, I will show you the other rooms on the first level of this beautiful property. As we go deeper on the first level, we are going to be greeted with this large space that you can store your Christmas stuff in, etc. As you guys can see, this is pretty large. I can fit easily, and I am about 175 centimeters tall, so a lot of things could be put in there. And right across this from this storage space, you have another that is pretty big as well. You can easily fit all of your beautiful clothes. If you're a collector of Norkovaya Shuba, you can put all of them here as well. Norkovaya Shuba, by the way, it's very popular thing back in Russia, back in Central Asian countries that people usually go crazy for. And yeah, and then this is kind of like your utility room. All of the water heater and everything is stored over here. Another thing that I really want you to pay attention for is this deep space. There's so much space for your storage, kind of like a storage area that you can use. Come on over. For some people, I would actually say they will get lost in this house because how big the house is. I know it's only 3,500 square feet, but actually this property is huge. Now, right across from this room is your second bedroom on the first level. If you have relatives visiting, if you have someone visiting over, they're probably going to stay on this level. The room size is actually pretty big compared to a lot of Seattle homes these days. And the closet space over here is pretty decent, I would say, as well. They can store their clothes, or if you have a kid, this could be their bedroom as well. Now, let's go around and see the other bedrooms over here. Another thing that I always tell my buyers is you can replace your kitchen, you can replace your bathroom, but the view and the structure of the house you cannot replace. And on that, I would like to show you the first bathroom. As you guys can see, this is giant, enormous bathroom. I think a lot of the properties in Seattle area have the double sink, and with this property, you have double sink everywhere pretty much in the house. Another thing I want you to pay attention for, Another thing I want you to pay attention for is this shower. Shower. And look at this beautiful print. It's really gorgeous. Nowadays, we don't see this in a lot of properties, unfortunately, but this is one of my favorite things about this property. Now, as we go, we are going to be greeted with the second bedroom over here. Right across from the bathroom. Pretty decent size, large. You can easily fit California King if you'd like to, but queen size bed should be fine over here. And as I mentioned previously, the view is absolutely stunning. You will not get a view like this on Mercer Island for 2.7. So this is a great buy for the value that you're paying for. And this part of the property is kind of like a mudroom, and this is the entrance to the garage. My favorite part about the home buying process, because we need a place to store all of your Porsche and all the beautiful cars you own. So as you can see, the garage is ginormous. It's a 2-car garage, but I think it should be pretty big enough to store maybe 2 cars, or some people recreate this as a gym. So yeah, let's go upstairs now. Now we've seen the first level of this property. Let's take a tour of the second level. Are you guys ready? This is my favorite. This is so gorgeous. Come with me. I'll show you the property. Okay, the reveal time. 1, 2, 3. Come on over to the family room. This is so absolutely stunning. The family room is ginormous. As I mentioned on the first floor, you can replace everything about the house, but the views is irreplaceable. Look at this beautiful view that you get of Seattle in the morning. And this is something that is irreplaceable for 2.7. Come on, guys. It should be an easy decision. Imagine drinking coffee in the morning before you go to work and having this beautiful view in the morning. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. You are very close to the highway, but the highway noise is not that much. You can still enjoy your coffee in the morning without being interrupted. Yeah, I mean, this is gorgeous. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think of the view. Is it actually worth $2.7 million or is it not? As I mentioned, the living room is absolute favorite part of this property. This is where you're going to be enjoying meal with your personal chef every day. I mean, this is a great size living space, and this is where a lot of people spend their time, the living room. So this is where you're going to enjoy your time with your beautiful family. And this is the actual living space. As I mentioned, you have a fireplace. You're probably going to have a TV over here. Pretty decent size. This is where you can host a lot of your parties with your friends. Enjoy, talk about $1 million ideas that you have in your mind. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Would you pay 2.7 for this house or not? And as we go down the hall, we are going to be greeted with the laundry room and kitchen. The kitchen is pretty decent size. It might look a little bit old, but at the same time, remember the phrase that I made up. You can replace anything in the house, but you cannot replace the beautiful view that you get. And this is your fridge. I absolutely love this fridge. It's kind of a little bit hidden, decent size. I wouldn't say decent size. It's a ginormous size, actually. And one thing that I would recommend my buyer to replace is probably this stove. The stove is probably as old as I am, to be honest. And yeah, let's take a tour of the laundry room. The laundry room actually feels like a studio apartment in Seattle. The pretty new appliances, the sink probably can be replaced, but at the same time, if you like vintage stuff like I do, probably doesn't need to be replaced. And the best part about this house is the main suite. Now let's take a tour. Are you ready, guys? Welcome. Welcome to your private, huge bedroom. This is a great place. This is where you're going to be spending a lot of time. And you also have a private balcony to enjoy some wine or whatever in the evening. You also have a pretty steep driveway, actually. You can easily fit multiple cars if you're having parties or things like that. And another thing that I really want to mention is the siding. The siding is my favorite color. It's gray. It's not as old, the siding, but probably needs to be replaced at some point. But remember, 2.7, anything can be replaced. And now we are going to be going into the bedroom where you store all your Birkins. Let's take a tour. The bedroom and the walk-in closet is absolutely ginormous. Come on, let's take a tour. This is where you will be storing all your clothes, all your Birkin bags, all the way up there. This is something that a lot of people dream of. All of your Birkin bags probably go here, and shoes, and yeah, and the main bathroom. The bathroom is pretty good size. It needs some updating at some point, but for right now, it's great as is. The tub is great. I love tubs. And you have two restrooms over here. The first one is pretty tiny. The second one is pretty decent size, I would say, with good amount of space. Everything works. The sink needs to be replaced at some point, as I mentioned. And yeah, now let's take a tour of the backyard. It feels so quiet. It feels so isolated, but you're still living in the city, and this is my favorite part. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. And you have your neighbors right up there. It feels so fresh. One thing that I'm loving about this property, because of all the flowers, look at this. You have a lot of bees, and it feels fresh. It feels so breathtaking. I mean, who wouldn't want to live here? Find me one person who doesn't want to live here, and I'll give you $100. How about that? But yeah, this is all for today, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed a property tour of this $2.7 million property in Mercer Island. And if you want to take a personal private tour, please feel free to contact me directly. Or if you're investing in real estate, I'm going to be your guy in Seattle. Feel free to contact me anytime, 24/7, and let's work together. I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.